And so there was remnants on the planning commission from the Moscone administration. And one of the people on the planning commission was the head of the PUC, Dick Sklar. In '78, Prop 13 had passed. And when Prop 13 passed, it really kicked Muni in the gut. Because San Francisco had a practice of just doing the budget and then just it changed the tax rate. And they had the ability to increase the tax rate as the city budget went up for Muni and other things. And the Muni cut off of taxes was pretty severe. But in the olden days, there used to be 2 ex officio members of the planning commission. One was the head of PUC, which is Muni, and the other one was a chief administrative officer. And Dick Sklar started working with the people in the community. I don't know that you were around, I think you were still in school, but he was in graduate school at the time. And in the mid-'70s or late '70s, we were pushing for housing prices were starting to become unaffordable. It was not possible to buy a house, not at all like now. But in those days, it was very hard. And so there was a housing price inflation, and there was a shortfall for Muni. And we had EIRs coming through in the Feinstein administration. And so one of the things that happened was the downtown committee of San Francisco Tomorrow, which I chaired, spun off and became San Franciscans for Reasonable Growth. And SFRG had 2 engineers on our board, people that are unintimidated by numbers. Most people are intimidated by numbers. Cats meow, they love numbers. And so we started digging in on economic projections for transit and housing and growth. And Dick Sklar and Sue Bierman were on the planning commission. And Nick would always come whenever there was a hot issue. And we started talking about the need to expand funding for transit and funding for housing in our EIR comments, as well as what is the growth assumptions. The growth assumptions were set up by the planning department staff trying to be reasonable planners. And it was Rakamoto, and then Diane brought in her man, which was Dean Macros. And out of that came the first fee that was ever approved was a transit fee to fund Muni operations as Muni needed to be expanded to deal with the people who were going all downtown. And it went all the way up to the United States Supreme Court. It took forever to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. It took years and years.